Hey guys, what's up? Doing this right before midnight because DOS unfortunately does not carry over your trades past midnight. They just completely wipe them out. So I'd prefer to not be doing this right now because I've had a few drinks, went to Epcot, food and wine, and feeling pretty good. Not gonna lie. But um, let's dive into this one real quick. The um, the thought process was okay, daily, super extended. I mean, we're gapping up huge. So the bias is definitely leaning towards the short side, but I wasn't completely ruling out a long trade. And if you look at this 5 minute in the morning, every dip under the 5 minute 9 EMA, I mean, we didn't have a close underneath it. It kept trapping, trapping, trap, 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 trap. And we rode it pretty much all the way until about 11:45, 12 o'clock. And at that point, the bigger time frame trends are the 60 minutes, and you can see from the last move up, it moved up and held the 60-minute 9 EMA for a really long time. I mean, we're talking multiple days until we got super extended, kind of like we did up here, and slammed back down, and then we even followed that back down. Even from the beginning of this resurrection, we started kind of holding this 60-minute trend. So I wasn't super short bias going in today, but how can you not be? I mean, look at this gap up. So once we started getting in this area, I got definitely more confident in it. But let's mark out a few levels on the hourly charts, and keep in mind, first hour of the day or first half hour, I'm only seeing this candle. Second hour of the day, I'm only seeing this candle, and then this one was like, that was a tell for me. So let's see if any of this is coincidence real quick. So we'll mark the bottom of this, which is 640 high, 639 is the high, 540 is the low. Apologize. Um, Low 582, high is right in through here, 675, and low 592. So these are like the high volume areas I really care about because we surpassed this volume back here. So these these volumes definitely matter a little bit more right now, especially in the near term. Sorry, there's a fucking mosquito in here. So what we see is I did get short a little bit early on. What I saw was this 5 minute area, nice big blow off, and we didn't, in my opinion, we didn't have the volume to push through. Like we couldn't match this volume. And a lot of times when you see the low volume push-ups, we're met with a stuff and sit back and we'll peak, 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 and then we'll fade. That did not happen. Um, and I got in there kind of off this 517 area. We got through it and stuffed right back down, stuffed, stuffed. And we were holding below it, but eventually, we came through here, stuffed high days. I got stopped out and through here. And check this out. This was like the biggest red candle of the day at that point on the 5 minute. This high 517. Is this coincidence? Low 617. Like that's dead support. So once that happened, I had already gotten stopped out because I was kind of like playing off of this area and I was playing off these high candles. My stop was 631 because if you get stopped out 631, we're going past high days for sure. So I got stopped out, and one of the things I really like to see once we came through here was on the 1 minute, we had a really nice head and shoulders. Look at this. Bang. And when you see a neckline sloping upward like that, that's when I really like it. So I got short in through here. I was really risking on this area for half of my stop, and then the other half would have been I would have stopped out above 717, but fortunately that did not come. And five, I'm sorry, I keep saying 540. 640 was one of my main areas because on the 5 minute, I mean, look at this outstanding volume. It's, you know, it's way more important to me than any of this, honestly. So that was my area. I even said on Twitter if we keep peaking out 640s, I'm short biased. If we got back above and held, then it's a different story. So I believe what happened, um, I was trading around a core after this. I got short here, small, it was like 200, 200. Got stopped out once we um, passed this little area, and it was a market stop out, so obviously I got stopped out like 6 cents higher than I wanted to, but that's fine. It was small. It was like 200, 200. I just want to be there. I wanted to feel it. And once we broke this nice head and shoulders pattern, we were super extended up here. I mean, we're talking 690 and 690. We're way up here. I mean, this is like crazy extended. So I had about 400 shares here, and I had, you know, more here, a lot more here. So I actually got a little nervous because this thing has been a bitch of a trade, and took a little bit of the size off as soon as it started going my way, and then scaled out, shorted pops, scaled back in, covered on the way down, shorted pops. It was nice. I actually got stopped out half of my core position right here because 640 was the main line in the sand for me. And once we got back under, I was pretty confident that we'd be fine. Put the half back on and covered the rest out, you know, 540. Now, I'm sorry, this was like 580. Now the 540s, like when you see this right here, I don't know if this is like coincidence or not, but if you look at this opening day candle, what's the low? It's 540. We got below it for about 1 minute and then right back up. So honestly, my eyeballs are going to be on this 592 coming into next week and in the highs, um, 748. Like that's a huge, huge, huge range to have as an area of interest. But if we're peaking out 640s, if we're peaking out 675s, wherever we are, I'm going to be paying attention. So great trade. I lost a little bit, but it was a feeler. I wanted to feel how the offers and bids felt, and I got stopped out. $160 loss, made a lot more than that on the backside. We can call this backside because it doesn't matter how you want to draw it. Whatever you want to do. I mean, this is kind of the backside, but overall trend still intact. So good trade. Facebook came out with a negative piece. I guess there was another security breach. I was a little late to it. I hate being late, but um, I caught it the first minute. And you see these things happen on the level two. You see these things happen on the tape where institutions or algos, whatever, they're dumping, and you want to be a part of it. I was ready to add higher. It never got higher. So I had a little more size than I wanted in this area. Started peeling it off soon, way too soon. If I held size here, it could have been an incredible trade. But got all out. We went about over a buck lower. Like, come on, a buck 25 lower. Added pops, covered the drop, and that was it. That was a really nice trade, though. Um, pays to know the news. And then NVDA was a really nice trade as well. Why am I short here? Well, if we look at some of the actually if we just go to up in this range, if we go to the highest volume bar, what is this? Right here. 169.74. Sorry, 179.74. Look at that. Fail. I got back in. If we don't build above, I feel good about it. I'm not stopping out right there. It's not perfect. Um, DOS, perfect. But look at these covers right into VWAP. I just wanted to trade. I wasn't looking for something to marry right there, but you know, it worked. And then once we get above and hold, we're off to the races. Who knows where this thing's gonna go? It could be 350 next week. I don't fucking know. But all right, this is my signal to log off. It was a great day, and I'll see you guys next week.